Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. I had told you I was about through putting in videos, but there's one group that I have not addressed yet, and I thought I should if I wanted to be genuine. And that group is those of you who are cowards, chicken-hearted, low down and dirty. I am so glad that I've lived as long as I have, so I can warn you, so I can share something with you. Listen to me, all of you. There is but one thing in this world that you can count on. You can hope, you can wish, you can dream, you can plan, you can strategize. All those things can fail you. But there's one thing you can count on. It will not fail you as a coward or a hero. And that is death. Just as sure as you have taken a breath in this life, you are sure that it's going to stop. You are going to die. There's no hope. There's no prayer. There's no dream. There's no anything that's going in and take that away. You are going to die. But I can tell you a secret. One thing that you got control of is how you die and what you die for. That is in your hands. Think about it, my friends. What does this world have to offer you after your first breath? Only thing that you look forward to after that first breath, and after you even become a man, that's when you really focus in, being a man, is this: to wake up, have a bite to eat, maybe an egg, a steak, some bread, or some peanut butter, but a bite to eat. You can look forward to that. You want that. The next thing you can look forward to something that you think that you got to have, something that you feel is great, and that is sex. And once you've had it once, you might as well give it up, because you're really gonna always want it, and you're never going to be satisfied. So the trick of sex is after you've had it, well, the trick is to stay away from it, man or woman. But once you indulge, you're going to want it. But the trick is to don't do it again. Why? Because you might bring another human being into this hellhole, and that's a curse. So you've come in, you've had your breath, you've had your egg, your steak, or your peanut butter, you've had your sex. And if you're lucky, in the sense of being here, you might get a night's sleep. And then you wake up and it starts all over again. It doesn't matter whether you switch women or men. It doesn't matter whether you switch eggs or steak into hot dogs or hamburgers. If you're lucky, you might get a different ethnicity as far as your sex goes. But it's still the same thing. So how do you escape this? Look around you, you will find that this is an evil world. It's of pain and suffering and all of those different kinds of things. And each of us can identify something that perhaps the others can't. And it's all in the same bag. But here's your escape. The escape is to that day that you're here. Rather than just focusing on that hamburger, rather than just focusing on that egg and that steak, rather than focusing on that sex, or even after you've gone through that one day, your future is still at hand. The future is still in your hands. You can die. But just dying is not good enough. You're going to do that anyway. How do you die? How are you going to die? How are you going to choose to die? Let me advise you. Do something good. Do something wonderful and beautiful. Become a shining light. Because right now, you are dark. There are some people out there call themselves rich billionaires, got their own planes, and they don't need anything because they've ripped people off so much and they think they're that. But they're going to die too. And they're not going to die as wonderful as I'm going to describe to you, because they are not going to do good. They spent their whole life getting what they got by ripping people off and causing pain and suffering. You come to deflect that. You come to give people hope, to show through your actions the way of living. Do it to the extent that whoever is destroying life on earth kills you. Kills you. And you will die a hero. They can't stop it. They try to hide your death. They still can't stop it. People like Jesus Christ, people like Gandhi, people like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, just to name a few. They can't hide that, and they won't be able to hide you. And you know what? Your life will begin. Your true, wonderful life will begin the day they kill you. See, you took control. Every last one of us are in a negative position here on this planet. And we have before us an opportunity to do evil as that which is being done amongst us, which we have been born into, or we can do good, which is a dream and aspiration of the power that created you, that you would learn about life. In that moment when you are killed, you wake up like waking up from a nightmare into a dream that you were so glad that you weren't awakened from. Now, I tell you this, most of you won't believe it because you can't. You've been so indoctrinated, you think that it's going to happen here. It's not. I've lived 65 years, and I can tell you, each year gets worse. Each year gets worse. More people falling down at the hands of that oppression. And what you thought and was trained to think was God that would allow you to do anything because you got it, access to it, and that's what the world is shaped on. Well, all of that has been concentrated in the hands of a few that owns the mansions, that owns the jets, that want to claim the land, that want to kill everybody. They got that in the hands of a few. And they're squashing you down. But your victory is to stand up. Everybody that's poor, everybody that's suffering, stand up, recognizing that there is a God, and it is not the God that people talk about in church. See, in church, it doesn't mean anything. All of the millions of you go to church, but it doesn't mean anything. See, because you're selfish. You go to church and you say, well, God is going to save me. I'm saved. They should get saved. And who are you saved from? By hearing somebody tell you another Santa Claus story in the form of a biblical disposition? That's all it is. Nothing changes in you. Your heart has not changed. Your compassion for others has not increased. People all over the world are suffering. You care? If you do, you'll never know it. Because donating to the YWCA or Salvation Army is not going to prove anything. Stop it. Stop it. And become a hero for the Creator of all. Now, I've shared with you how to escape that cowardiceness. See, you're a coward because you're afraid to die. You're afraid to die because you have been trained that there was nothing else. And all that there is here, so you got to do it now. But I'm telling you now, ladies and gentlemen, this is hell. This is pure hell. So become a martyr for good. Become a martyr for justice. Become a martyr for compassion. Become a martyr for love. And you win. You win.